Just unloading the gear. Let's have a look at the swim. Look at that. So the total carp lads are here. Seen a few show on the other side. They've bivvied up on them. It's an absolutely nixie round here, but just slotting in. Let's have a little go anyway, so it don't really matter. Even if we're camping, it's just nice to enjoy the lake a little bit. So might wangle one out, you never know. We're on the end of the wind here, so see what happens, I suppose. But we're in apple and pears. So I've got 3 rods out, all on the same spot, all 3 on straight up runners with IQ boom, straight through fluorocarbon mainline, all on 2.5 ounce leads and size 4 Kamakuras. So see how we get on, I suppose. You only try, can't you? Wouldn't say I'm on them because the total carp lads are here, and I'd say they're more on them than I am, but they're here to do what they need to do, and I'm just slotting in, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. They're not that far away. If I can nick one, I'll be well happy. Give you a little update in a few hours, I suppose. See if I've had anything, or seen anything, or anything's occurred. I am committed to 3 on the spot, and it's going to take a lot to pull me off 3 on the spot. So unless they're boshing like dolphins, then I'm going to sit on my hands, because I do think it's going to come good in the end, but we'll see. So my spot is in line with them trees, 3 on there. So you got them horizon markers, so just literally rod length apart, half a rod length apart, just drilled straight down, job done. See what happens. So, little update. I've seen one already roll a rod length behind me spot, so that looks fucking promising. I was half confident, now I'm proper confident. I reckon I'm going to nick one. If I don't nick one, I'll eat me hood. See how we get on. So just to keep you posted, had to nip home quick. So had to wind the rods in, re-chucked them, went out all first time, which was lovely. They're absolutely tram-line to the spot. Seen 2 more shows, but they now seem to be further away than they were, but they're moving, so take it as it comes. They've got fins, ain't they, and they swim, so hopefully they'll turn up sometime. It hasn't done a night bite for a long time. Didn't do one through the whole winter, so hopefully we can turn the tide with that. I'm pretty sure we've got a good chance of doing it, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Right, they're still showing, and I ain't nicked one yet, but it'll happen, I think. But it's just nice to sit here and actually feel like I'm nearly there. I've been building this thing for a number of years now, and it's very close to my heart. It's like my little baby. So it's quite nice to actually do a night and enjoy it. I ain't done a night for nearly, well, a long time. A long time. I don't really like catching my own fish. It's a bit of a weird thing with owning your own fishery and your own fish. It's yeah, it's weird to catch them. I'd rather feed them and watch them put a smile on someone's face when they're £40, £50 or bigger maybe. But everyone's got to start somewhere, and I'm really happy with how they're getting on at the minute. So I can just keep pressing repeat with the feeding program, keep chipping away, and it'll come good. But yeah, it's just nice to sit here and reflect, and actually enjoy it. It's been a long road to get to this stage. People think these things happen overnight, but they're a big project to take on, especially from scratch, especially with your own two hands. It's easy enough to say or to have one done if you've got a big pot of money, but if you're trying to make it the hard way, well, yeah, it's definitely the hard way. If you're trying to do it on your own, it's definitely the hard way. But yeah, it's a nice feeling to nearly be there. So hopefully it can reward me with a couple of fish, or the total carp lads, and that'll be a real cherry on top, should we say. But I'll just spin you around to have a little look. Cob's on the go. First time I used it. Took me a while to light the coal, but once I worked out how to put it on the stove and leave it on there for a minute or two, it was an absolute doddle, but it took me a little while to suss that out. But yeah, come on the rods. I ain't done a big one in a long time, and to be honest, I'd rather not catch it myself. I'd rather see someone else catch it. But yeah, it'll be up there, and if it goes 40, well, it'll make me a year so far, put it that way. But we'll see. I'll update you if I have one. Well, it's not that late. Check this little puppy out. Let's have a look in here. He ain't lost the old touch, the boy. Look at that. That is a chunk. That's upper 20 all day long. Oi oi. Number one. And I was just contemplating on moving the rod, because they are boshing over here. Let's get her weighed up, sacked up. Oh yeah. Oi oi. That is a chunk. See what she goes. I was in the middle of moving one rod because I've got itchy feet, which is typical me, because they were boshing like crazy to my right, and I just couldn't sit here any longer and listen to them. They were going mental. So I was in the middle of that, wound the rod in I thought was the most unlikely to go off of the spot. Had it sitting up on against the bivvy, put a different hook bait on because I was going to flick a single out there, so I went for something a bit brighter. went for a bright pink on it, was putting that on, left hand rod rattles off. And then I'm like, so I slipped that in the net, 27.2, so that ain't bad to get me off the mark. So yeah, put that in the net. Now I'm like, do I move the other one? So I've put all three back on the same spot. And I'm going to sit on my hands. We'll see how we go in it. Keep you posted. Hopefully there's another one to be had before midnight. The Total Carp lads managed one in the early hours of the morning. A little stocky. But that's going to be live on their YouTube channel soon. So it's been an absolute pleasure to have the boys down. And hopefully we'll see them in the near future for another go. Right, morning. Not a lot to report other than I caught the big one yesterday evening, which was rather frustrating. You might think that's odd, but we had the Total Carp lads down and they'd just gone about 45 minutes before that rod rattled off, and it would have been really nice to get some proper footage of it with them about, and yeah, it would have been nice just to share it with them, which was a little bit gutting for me, but it is what it is. And also I would rather have someone else caught it. It's nice to see her up in weight and she looks really good. Her belly's getting bigger and bigger. Oh, excuse me. Well, I do think it will go. I do think Petal will go £40. November, December time. She's going to be close. She's up there at the minute, but she's £3 or £4 up than her last capture, which was nearly last April it was. So I reckon she'll gain a pound through April, so she'll be up a little bit more before she spawns. And obviously just getting back on the feed, didn't they? So yeah, she looks really good.
Big swirl. There I was, just having me dinner, still probably wearing it to be fair, and Danny's gone and got himself a take. Looks half decent to be fair, mate. Sonic. Go on.
Someone's got to catch the big one.
That's not the big one, is it? Is it? Oh, it's big enough, mate.
Definitely a 30 pound.
Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan.
Someone's got to catch it, mate.
Mate, that's big enough, I'm telling you. Shoulders on him. That's not small, mate.
Well, that's a new lake record. Well, unfortunately, I wouldn't have liked to call it myself, but it's happened to me. But yeah, that is the new lake record. £36 on the button, and I don't believe that's the biggest in it. So get yourself booked on and come and have a go. That's Petals.
belly on that. Absolute mint mouth, mint condition. Proper carp. Silverback. It's up there, Danny.
If you ain't on these 3-in-1 Nescafs, you're missing out. No milk saga, no coffee, this, that, whatever. One of these in the morning or 10 times a day, whatever, because I could drink easy 10 of these. Save all the faff and get on them. Head of one. Thank me later. Right, I'm just going to walk you through why I've got a 1-rod zig rule. That's because everyone wants to catch units, and so do I. And the only way you're going to get them with a brand new lake to give them a bit of a helping hand is not feeding them black foam. So the zigs work, and I would say I'm a competent zig angler anyway, and I reckon 3 rods on zigs on a deep lake is asking for a carve up. That ain't going to do the fish no good. All it's going to do is do the angler's ego some good for the little bit of time they're here. So we've got 1-rod zig rule, so it gives you half a chance to actually do a bit of angling, gives the fish half a chance to actually put a bit of weight on, and all in all, once you actually get a few years down the line, everyone will be benefit from it. When it's full of 30s and 40s and hopefully a 50 one day, it will, all these little bits are the reasons why the lake thrives. So a little bit of thought behind that 1-rod zig rule, and that's why. And that's why I've got 1 rod on a zig and not 3. So yeah, hope that clears that rule up, and hopefully it makes sense to everyone to why there actually is that rule, and it's not just chucked there for the sake of it. It's chucked there to benefit everyone in the long term, and obviously the fish, because they're my priority. So there we go. Hopefully that clears that one up. So the rod that done the big un just had these little 10mm bounties catapulted over the top. I've literally put out about maybe a kilo, and I fished a washed out pink hook bait over the top, and it was literally just the 10mm. So that is the little combination that done the big un. Other than that, that's the mix that's done the 27 that I've been putting out over the 2 rods. I did have 3 rods on it, but I've moved that one round, and luckily I did because it done the big un, so happy days. But yeah, that's the mix. That's the fishery pellet there, which is a low oil pellet at the minute. That's a bit of IB, like I said. And yeah, I've fished the hook baits. I fished over this that I had the 27 on. I just fished an essential cell yellow over the top, hence why it's got a bit of yellow fleck in it. So yeah, that's me combo that I went with, and it ain't done me too bad. Probably done, well, that bucket was full up, so I've done a few kilo there, and I will definitely put the rest of that in anyway when I go, because they will mop it up. So yeah, that's me combination. A little tip that I took off the winter members that have been having a go all winter they've done really well on washed out pink or yellow. So I use yellow a lot anyway, and to be fair, I use washed out pink relatively a lot. But after seeing them reveal the pattern, washed out pink's what I went with. And over the Bounty, which is like a cell colour with a lighter colour, that was just subtle enough just to stand out a little bit. So yeah, that's what I went with over the Bounty, and luckily that's what done the job. So happy days. Nice and simple, standard Ronnie, ain't got to reinvent the wheel. Get on the fish, don't fish out too far, fish for them under your rod tips because they're there, and yeah, everything else hopefully will click into place for you. Motionless rods. Rich is over here in a swim called Little Woods. They are boshing here. I've seen 2 this morning over his spot. He's got carp goggles on, so he ain't seen them, but they're like whales. Good fish topping over that, right over his spot, so hopefully he nicks one. I've got a brew on because I've got a little bit of a headache. Cob's out there in the rain, well, was in the rain. We had so much water last night. Oh, so much water last night. Just didn't stop raining until from 6 to 1. Flat out rain. Absolutely lashed down. But yeah, hopefully we can nick one for the cameras by the end of the play today, because this is pack up day. So I'll be scarpering off home. Well, I'm already home, but down there is home, which is about 600 yards away. So hopefully get the gear dry. Hopefully Rich bags one. I'm not bothered about catching one, to be fair. If Rich can catch one, that'll be really good. But yeah, it's not the easiest, but it's rewarding. So if you want to get booked on and test yourself and have a little go and catch a good stamper carp, then head over to the website. Yeah, it's all pretty simple on there. Or just give us a bell and a number and I'll talk you through it. So yeah, come on the carps. It is blowing a hoolie. I'm currently getting wind liners because I've got a zig out and it is bowstring tight, and I'm on the least sensitivity, but it is absolutely chopping through there. So yeah, that's what's happening at the minute. Rich is getting battered by the wind, shall we say. I'm surprised he ain't taken off yet. Well, it definitely wouldn't be the first time someone's taken off in the Little Woods swim. That has happened to a couple of the winter members through the season. And they've been showing out along this damn wall all morning, so Rich is on them. Let's see if he can convert one. No pressure, but they're definitely there, so the excuses are definitely running thin. So come on Rich, let's see if you can bag a new 30. Will be nice to make it 8. See what happens. Nothing's happened on the zig. I'm gonna have a little re-chuck and a hook bait change and have a little tidy up. So just having a little tidy up with the bivvy at the minute, dry a few things out, clean the cob out. By the way, the best bit of cooking equipment and bivvy eater combo going. Loved it. Matt's on a dry out, I'm on a slow pack down. The other thing as well, when you turn up here, you will get one of these 17 litre buckets full to the brim with our house pellet. So that is there for you to be used. If you don't use it all, then I will have it back and I will feed them with the rest. So use it at your will. But yeah, that will be all included in your weekly exclusives. So cushy. Hopefully that puts a few fish on the bank for you. That's what I feed them as well. So it's a good staple diet for them. And people ask sometimes, how do they grow so well? Well, how are they doing so well in yours? Well, all these little things, like the 1 rod zig roll, the pellet, that's all included. It all helps. One day, Golden Oaks will be on the map, and we ain't that far away. So let's keep pushing, keep giving them some grub to eat. Yeah, see what happens. Right, I have wound the zig in, took 2 foot off it, so it's a 6 foot zig now, and rechucked it. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, while I'm out here watching the water, about there is where I had the big one from. So right in between apple and pear swim and the frog and toad, and about 4.5 rod lengths off the bank. Now, literally there. Everyone fishes out here. At the big one from there. Happy days. I'm packed up, all done, everything's put away. I've put all the carp care stuff away, hopefully that'll dry out. I tried to beat the rain, but no chance. The amount of water we've had this winter has been a joke. So yeah, everything's wet, but yeah, I had to go away because I've got bits to do and a family to go see. So that's all done. I am having a Pepsi. Gears on the back of the gator there, under the shelter, so it don't get any more wet. Lake looks bang on. Rich is over here. He's itching to get one under his belt, so he's going to do another night, I think. So yeah, hopefully he can nick 1 or 2. Little flurry of them. And yeah, little victory Pepsi. I don't know if Tom Maker would agree with that, but Pepsi Max? Well, he's a cherry Coke man, isn't he? So, don't know. We'll have to see what he thinks of the old Pepsi Max. But yeah, I fished Tom Maker style, 3 on a spot, done the business. So maybe we get him down here and we can see if he can have a little carve up. Maybe we'll fish side by side. I reckon I'm up for it. He's a bit of a machine though, so maybe I'll be a little bit scared. Nah, no chance. I'm on home turf, ain't I? Surely I got to have half a chance. Probably get him down here's the hardest bit. But yeah, look at that. That lake looks lovely now. Like I said, hopefully Rich over here can bag one for himself. and then everyone goes home happy. But I'll show you on the map where I had that fish from. Well, I had them out here. So I was fishing in Apple and Pears here. I've had a spot rocking out here. I did have 3 rods. Let me move the camera. I did have 3 rods on it, but ended up with 2 in the end. And the big one, I had from around about there. So happy days. Rich is over here in Little Woods. He's fishing out to here. I've seen him bosh out here this morning. He's also fishing down this downwall end. He's got a rod up here. They're topping all down here. Yeah, look at that. What else is there to say? Not much really. They were boshing out in front of the Days of Dawning and Rosie Lee yesterday, non-stop, and not last night, the night before. Loads out here. That's why I chose to fish short but off them, because the wind was going to swing and I knew they was going to come past me. I didn't want to lead about and push them round the other side, so I stayed short, sat on my hands, trickled a bit of bait in there, and they must have come up this margin, and then I picked one up there. Well, that's how I see it in my head. It seems to have worked, so happy days. But yeah, it's looking absolutely mega up here. If you want to get yourselves booked on, then head over to the website dsfisheries.uk.co.uk. Links on there to Go Catch if you want to book through Go Catch. It's easier for you. You can book through myself. You can ring me, you can email me, you can text me, you follow us on the socials. Anything you want, we'll try and help you with. So there you go. So thanks to everyone for following the old story. Hopefully I'll get the missus to edit this vlog, because I ain't into all this rubbish. So yeah, hopefully she can edit it for me, and I'll hopefully see a few of you down here to have a little go yourselves. We'll even get the old barbecue on the go. Happy days.